If you have always wanted to know why Jews cannot work, drive, cook on Shabbat, then you are at the right place, because in this part 2 of the Sabbath celebration serie, we are going to focus on what is considered work on Shabbat, why is there limitation on what can be done on Shabbat, as well as how these guidelines are determined in our modern days. So if you want to know more on Shabbat, then 99% of the world, including religious Jews, keep on watching. And if you like this kind of content, all about simplifying the Jewish life, please consider subscribing. So let's jump into it. What is considered work on Shabbat? There's a big misconception that what is forbidden on Shabbat is anything that will necessitate energy expenditure or for the person to sweat. But for work, or melacha in Hebrew, to not be permitted on Shabbat, it has to be part of the 39 categories of creative work done to build the tabernacle, which in Hebrew is called the Mishkan. One of the first things that the Jews did in the wilderness after receiving the Torah was to build the tabernacle to God. This was to be a permanent sign of God's presence among them. The building of the tabernacle represented a total commitment of the Jewish people to God. As such, its building included every possible skill they could muster, and it is precisely these skills that may not be used on Shabbos. Why are the 39 categories of melacha or work prohibited on Shabbat based on the building of the Mishkan? Because God created the Mishkan to be a microcosm of all creation. It was built to indicate that it is man's responsibility to elevate and sanctify all creation. The tabernacle represented man's partnership with God in bringing the world toward its final goal. Each of the 39 categories of work that went into the tabernacle is the counterpart of some aspect of God's creation. At this point, you understood that every work prohibited on Shabbat are related to the building of the Mishkan. But another question I'm sure that you're having right now is how winnowing, tanning, cutting skin, trapping are related and relatable to our modern world. Let's take as an example electricity. How can we determine if electricity is permitted or not to be used on Shabbat since it was not present in the Mishkan? Well, the way the rabbis are going to determine what's prohibited or not to be done on Shabbat will be based not only on a parallel between a work that was done in the Mishkan, but they will also use the Talmud or the oral law to conclude what is permitted or not. In the case of electricity, it was concluded that it was like creating a fire because it produces heat and light. Or another way to see the electricity, it is that the one who completes an electric circuit is creating that circuit. Hence, since it is forbidden to create on Shabbat, we cannot turn on the electricity. Some people may feel that the numerous laws concerning Shabbat will hinder their oneg Shabbat, their enjoyment and delight in Shabbat. However, the unique way in which we pursue our activities on Shabbat actually serves us as a constant reminder of the special nature of this day, and refraining from so many activities that we take for granted during the week heightens our awareness that Shabbat is different from other days of the week and creates a whole new frame of mind for Shabbat. In other words, the 39 melachot or group of activities that are forbidden on Shabbat are there to remind us that God gave man the intelligence and creative skills to gain mastery over creation 6 days a week. And by us refraining from melacha and sanctifying the Shabbat, we demonstrate our belief that God created the universe, and we reaffirm that He is our King. I hope that this video was useful for you, that you did learn so many more information about what is Shabbat, what is rest, what are the melachot. And if you like this kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe, as we do post every week new content. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and don't forget to FRUM it up.